Hello students. So in the last class I have explained the necessary condition for f of z to be analytic. In this class we will see the sufficient condition for f of z to be analytic. As I said, in the necessary condition I have by taken f of z is analytic. Okay, we have to assume in the necessary condition f of z is analytic and we have to prove it satisfies the CR equation, that is dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. And dou v by dou x is equal to minus dou v by dou y. Okay, so in this sufficient condition, opposite, okay, converse of that. So here we have to assume the CR equation is satisfied and we have to prove f of z is analytic. Okay, so see, if CR equation is satisfied and suppose if we have to prove f of z is analytic, by the definition of analytic function we know that if the function f of z is differentiable, then we can say it is an analytic. Okay, if derivative exists, then it is analytic. So using this CR equation, we have to prove a derivative of f of z exists. That is, f dash of z exists. If f dash of z exists, that means f of z is differentiable. Then we can say f of z is analytic. Okay. So let us see the proof. Okay. Here I have written the statement. If for the sufficient condition, if the function f of z is equal to u of x comma y, see, you know the f of z is equal to always u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. Okay, if f of z is defined in the domain D such that their first order partial derivative exists. Okay, here first order partial derivative exists and satisfy the CR equation then we have to prove f of z is analytic. Okay, so let us assume the given statement. Now since partial derivative exists here, okay, since partial derivative exists and it is continuous, see, if the derivative exists means obviously it is continuous. Okay, so since partial derivative exists, so we can apply Lagrange's mean value theorem. Okay, so by Lagrange's mean value theorem we can write this statement: u of x plus h comma y plus k minus u of x comma y is equal to h into dou u by dou x plus k into dou u by dou y plus epsilon. This is by using the Lagrange's mean value theorem. This is with respect to u. Similarly, we can write with respect to v, that is v of x plus h comma y plus k minus v of x comma y is equal to h into dou v by dou x plus k into dou v by dou y plus epsilon 2. These are the definition using the Lagrange's mean value theorem. And here this epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 value tends to 0 as h and k tends to 0. Means if h and k value tends to 0, then epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 also tends to 0. Okay. Now we can apply the statement now. Now here CR equation is satisfied. By assuming CR equation is satisfied, we have to prove f of z is analytic. So what are the CR equation? Dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y and dou u by dou y is equal to minus dou v by dou x. These are the CR equations. In definition only I have explained. These are the CR equations. Okay. So in this equation we will substitute this CR equation. Okay. Now here we are having with respect to x also, with respect to y also. So try to make these equation either with respect to x or with respect to y only. Means these should terms, either all the terms with respect to x we want or all the terms with respect to y only. So let us take, we will substitute with respect to x only. Okay. So this is your, this RHS side, LHS side remains as it is. Okay. So here h into dou u by dou x, we want all the terms with respect to x only. So we can substitute the value of dou u by dou y using the CR equation here. What is the value of dou u by dou y we are having? It is nothing but minus dou v by dou x. So what we will get this k as it is, and dou u by dou y value is minus dou v by dou x. So what we will get? Minus k into dou v by dou x. Okay, again plus epsilon as it is. Call this as equation number 1. Next, similarly for the second equation, again LHS as it is, h into, see what I said, we want all the terms is with respect to x only. So we will get here it is h into dou v by dou x plus k into, now we are having here dou v by dou y. And what is the value of dou v by dou y using CR equation? Dou u by dou x. Okay, see, it doesn't mean only you have to substitute dou u by dou x is equal to dou v by dou y. No, either you can substitute this is equal to this or this value is equal to this. So we can substitute dou v by dou y is equal to what? Dou u by dou x. So what we will get here, it is k into dou u by dou x plus epsilon 2. Call this as equation number 2. Okay. Now we will solve this equation because we have to prove f dash of z exists. Okay. So for that, consider equation 1 plus I into equation 2. Let us see what we will get. Equation 1 plus I into equation 2. So first we will add the RHS side, then we will add the, first we will add the LHS side, then we will add the RHS side. Okay. So in the LHS side, what we are having here, u of x plus h comma y plus k. Okay, this plus this, then this plus this. So what we are having, equation 1 plus I into equation 2 means we have to multiply I to this equation, then we have to add these two. So what we will get here, we will get u of x plus h, u of x plus h comma y plus k, u of x plus h comma y plus k. Then I will take this term. Okay, and here this term is multiplied by I. So what, and we are adding these two. So what we will get, plus I into v of x plus h comma y plus k. Okay, u of x plus h comma y plus k plus I into v of x plus h comma y plus k. Equation 1 plus I into equation 2. Similarly, we will add these two terms. And here also we are having, here it is minus, here also it is minus. So we can take minus sign outside here. If you are taking minus sign outside, so we remains with here u of x comma y, u of x comma y. And here again it is positive because we are taking minus sign outside. But this term is multiplied by I. So here you will get it is plus I into v of x comma y. Okay, u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. This is equal to. Now see, here we are having h into dou u by dou x. Here we are having k into dou u by dou x. So we can take dou u by dou x outside. Okay, because we are adding these two. If you are adding this RHS side, you will get the sum of these all terms. So from this sum, we can take the common term outside. So here we are having dou u by dou x. Here we are having dou u by dou x. So we can take dou u by dou x outside. So here we remains with h and we are adding the term. So here we remains with plus and we are multiplying I to this term. So what we will get, I into k. So we will get h plus I into k dou u by dou x. This is important. See, because we are adding this all term. If you are adding this all term, you will get sum of this all term. Okay. So we will take common term in one bracket. Okay, and the remaining term in another bracket. So here we are having dou u by dou x, here we are having dou u by dou x. So we can take dou u by dou x is common. So here we remains with h, here plus k. But we are multiplying equation 2 to I. So I into this means here we remains with I into k. So h plus I into k dou u by dou x. Okay. Similarly, here we are having dou v by dou x, here we are having dou v by dou x. And if you take dou v by dou x is common, okay, here we remains with minus k. Here we remains with minus k. And here we remains with h into this I because this is the equation 2. So I into h. Here we remains with I into h. And the common term is what? Dou v by dou x. And what are the remaining term? Take that in one bracket. Here we are having epsilon 1 plus multiplied by I means you will get I into epsilon 2. So epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2. Please try to understand this step. Okay. Because we are adding this term, so we will take the common term. And here for the equation 2, we are multiplying I. So here we remains with I into k, here I into h, and here I into epsilon 2. Okay. Now, if you see the definition, in necessary condition, I have given the definition of f of z plus delta z. F of z plus delta z. So here you will get it is u of x plus delta x, comma y plus delta y. Okay, here v of x plus delta x, y plus delta y. And there also delta x and delta y tends to 0. And here also h and k tends to 0. So using definition, we can write this is the value of what? F of z plus delta z. F of z plus delta z. f of z plus delta z. This is the definition of f of z plus delta z. You can see in the necessary condition. Instead of h and k, we are having delta x and delta y. But there also we are taking delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, and here also h and k are tends to 0. So that's why definition are same. So here we can write f of z plus delta z minus. If you see this u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y, these are this is the definition of what? F of z. It is given in the statement only. F of z is equal to u of x comma y plus I into v of x comma y. Okay. We remains RHS side h plus I k dou u by dou x plus. Okay. Here we are having minus k plus IH. So you have to try to make this term also in terms of h plus ik only. Okay. So here we are having minus k or minus 1 into k. So we can write this minus 1 is nothing but I square. Because we know that I square value is minus 1 in complex number. Okay. So that's why I have written minus is nothing but I square into k plus I into h dou v by dou x plus these remaining terms as it is. Epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2. So try to solve this RHS side. So here again h plus ik dou u by dou x plus. If you see this term, in these two terms we will get I is common. If you are taking I is common, what we remains with here? Here I into k and here only h. So that is nothing but h plus I into k. If you are taking I is common, here I into k and here directly h. Then dou v by dou x. Again this plus epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2 as it is. Okay. So this is the definition after solving this. Next step is divide both side by h plus ik. Okay, here we are having h plus ik, here it is not having, but we have to divide. Okay, so divide h plus ik on both side. Okay, divide h plus ik on both side and substitute h plus ik is nothing but delta z. Substitute h plus ik value is nothing but delta z. What we have to do? First we have to divide h plus ik on both side and we have to substitute h plus ik is nothing but delta z. Okay. See what we will get. Here we are having f of z plus delta z. F of z plus delta z minus f of z. And we are dividing h plus ik. So what we will get here? H plus ik. But what is the value of h plus ik? It is delta z. So we will get it is divided by delta z. Next, if you divide h plus ik here, h plus ik, h plus here, h plus ik get cancelled. We remains with dou u by dou x. Next, here I into plus I into. Again we are dividing h plus ik. So again it will get cancelled. So we remains with what? Dou v by dou x here. And here epsilon 1 plus I into epsilon 2 divided by delta z, because here we don't have that term h plus ik. So we have to divide this and this value is nothing but delta z. So you will get this equation. Okay. Now take limit as delta z tends to 0 on both sides. Limit as delta z tends to 0. So what you will get? F of z, z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z is equal to, if you take the limit for this value, this is the constant term, this means it is the derivative. So you will get this term as it is. Dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. You will get this term as it is. Now, here we are having epsilon 1 and epsilon 2. And what we are taking? We are taking delta z to, delta z tends to 0. Okay. But what is the value of delta z? It is h plus I into k. And when you will get delta z tends to 0, if h and k tends to 0. Okay. And in the starting only what I have said, as h and k tends to 0, what we will get? Epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 also tends to 0. Okay. So here we are taken delta z tends to 0. When it is possible? If h and k tends to 0. And if h and k tends to 0, obviously epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 also tends to 0. So what we will get? This value is nothing but 0. Okay, this value is nothing but 0. Now, if you see, this term, limit as delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z. This is the definition of what? f dash of z. This is the definition of f dash of z. So what is the f dash of z? You will get dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. Please remember this equation. Okay, because and here we are having 0. If you see the definition of derivative, if you see this term limit as delta z tends to 0, f of z plus delta z minus f of z divided by delta z. This is the definition of f dash of z. So we will get f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. So see, we are having here derivative. Derivative of f of z exists. This is the derivative of f of z with respect to x. So with respect to x. Okay. So what we will get, f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. If derivative exists, f dash of z exists, means f of z is differentiable. We can say if f dash of z exists, we can say f of z is differentiable. And if f of z is differential, then by definition it is analytic. By definition it is analytic. And we have to prove this statement only, f of z is analytic. Okay. So if you see the basic definition of analytic function, in the starting only I have given that definition. When we say the function is analytic, if their derivative exists, and here derivative exists, therefore the function is analytic. Okay, this is the sufficient condition for f of z to be analytic. But they never, 1 or 2 times only they ask this condition. In every question paper they ask the necessary condition only. So go for the necessary condition only. Okay, so this is the sufficient condition. So I have proved both necessary and sufficient condition. In the next class we will solve the problems depend on that. But for that you have to remember this. This is very important. F dash of z is nothing but dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. See, if you want with respect to y here, okay, f dash of z with respect to y, only using CR equation substitute the value. What is the value of dou u by dou x by using CR equation? We are having dou u by dou x is dou v by dou y. With respect to y, you will get it is dou v by dou y, and value of dou v by dou x is minus dou u by dou y. So here we will get minus I into dou u by dou, minus I into dou u by dou. Okay, both are the equation of f dash of z. Only this is with respect to x, this is with respect to y. But most of the times we use this only with respect to x. So please remember this, f dash of z is equal to dou u by dou x plus I into dou v by dou x. Okay, we will use this and we will solve the problem in the next class.